Growing up, I used to hear things such as girls don't talk like that, girls don't behave like that. And I believed it. Looking back, I was just being me. I remember being a very outgoing child, always wanted to be in the center of attention. I remember at school, like 3, 4 years in a row, me and another classmate, we became the best of our class. And I loved it. I loved every second of it because you got the chance to stand in front of the class and people cheer for you and you get prizes and stuff like that. And I remember always being in love with music. And I said to myself, I want to do something with entertainment, either movies or singing or whatever, as long as it's creative. And here we are, right? Creating content. I believe that those people who were telling me you shouldn't behave a certain way, they didn't mean any harm because they're probably coming from a place where they got to hear that too. But I remember internalizing what I was hearing, and it really felt, and sometimes still feels like, I'm surrounded by a blanket, I'm covered by a blanket that says you have to play it safe, you have to dim your light because you shouldn't make other people feel uncomfortable. And I think that resulted in me living a mediocre life, in my opinion, always playing it safe, not going on adventures because being too afraid that something might happen. Maybe it kind of made fear grow inside of me because I was too afraid because I felt like I had to play it safe. And I know right now I'm in control of how my life could look like, right? If you're 6, 7, 8, you don't really know much about life and your responsibility to create the life you want to live. But if something is a habit because you've been doing this at a very young age, sometimes it's difficult to step out of that. But the beautiful part is I'm realizing that I don't have to play it safe. I played it safe long enough. They say closed mouths don't get fed. And I'm tired of playing it small. I'm tired of playing it safe. I'm tired of being afraid to be seen. It's time for me to own it. I've been working on this new series, on this digital product, and it feels a bit uncomfortable because sometimes I tell myself, who would listen to you, I used to dim down my voice, be quiet for so long that it feels uncomfortable to put myself out there. But that's exactly the reason I'm doing it. At least one of the reasons. I want to inspire people to take action on the things they want to do. It doesn't only have to be something to do with YouTube, but anything. Anything that's your goal, that you feel that it's your purpose. And I got so used to being quiet, not being in the spotlights, that sometimes it feels like I shouldn't be doing it. But I realize more and more that if you want to achieve something, you have to go for it yourself because nobody's here giving you permission. And if you're lucky, you might get people that support you and cheer you. But for the majority of the time, we have to do that for ourselves. If we sit and wait for permission from people around us, there might be a possibility that we're going to wait forever. And regret is very painful. I regret not starting this channel sooner. But I'm happy that I woke up and realized, you know what, I might not have started it 5 years ago as I wanted to, but I still have the opportunity to start it today. As long as I'm alive, as long as you're alive, breathing, man. Do the thing. Just do the freaking thing. Stop procrastinating. Stop telling yourself you start next year. How many times have you told yourself already, I'm going to start next year? I realize we're almost 5 months in. In about 7 months, a little bit over a half year, we will be in 2026. Don't you want to look back and realize that you actually this time took action on the things you said you were going to take action on? Aren't you tired of feeling disappointed in yourself? Aren't you tired of that voice nagging in the back of your head telling you, start, man, start that thing. Start that project. You never know, what things can come your way when you start doing the thing you needed to do. Man, listen, I used to ignore my feeling, my inner voice. I love to call it my inner voice because I believe it is my inner voice. And every day, every single day, this voice kept nagging in the back of my head. Do the thing, do the thing. And I was scared and I was ignoring it and I was numbing myself because I felt like I wasn't ready. And the thing is, you're never ready. You become better or you become the person you're supposed to be when you start taking action. Stop playing small. Stop saying you're not ready, you don't know everything yet, because that's the thing, nobody knows everything, right? Even in my job, I graduated about 7-8 years ago. Every day I learned something new. If I sat there and said, you know what, I graduated, but I'm still not ready, I wouldn't be working right now. I wouldn't have a roof over my head. It's the same thing with a YouTube journey, with whatever else you want to do. Along the way, the answers will come to you. I mean, of course, it's nice to know some things, but even if you don't know anything, just start. Man, we live in a world, man. We have a camera, a microphone, a phone. There's no excuse. If you have internet connection, a roof over your head, a phone, a microphone, even if it's an iPhone or Samsung from, I don't know, 7 years ago with a camera, use it, man. Start. Eventually, you will upgrade, you will learn things. Man, I didn't even know anything about a microphone, a camera, how to record in 4K or frames. None of those things. Along the way, I learned everything. So there's no excuse, basically. You just gotta want it bad enough, bad enough to achieve something. And some people are scared. You know what I did? I started my first video, or at least my first episode, with just audio because I was too afraid. I started uploading with audio, and eventually I said to myself, you know what? It's time to upgrade my content. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I need to stop saying that, by the way. I need to stop saying that. It kind of makes me feel like I'm keeping myself small. But eventually I said, you know what? It's time for videos. Might attract more people. So just freaking start, man. You have today, you don't know about tomorrow. And if you don't know how to start, at least start thinking of ideas. Let's say 10 ideas. Use a mind map, write them out, and start creating the thing you need to do. Anyway, that was a rant. I just had to get it off my chest. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.